Hi, y'all. Hopefully, everyone's having a beautiful day here in paradise on our own heaven on earth. Welcome to the channel, The Sacred Path of Love. This would be, I don't know what video. I've done some videos, but haven't uploaded all of them. I'm learning how to balance myself, how to balance the reality that we live in, how to flow and be intuitive and just be. So I've been trying to figure out how to do this channel, and I don't really know exactly. I have a path forward of I want to spread my message. I want to spread love. I want to spread the message and my motto of LPGC, love, patience, grace, and compassion. Ever since I personally have started using that as my motto, I've been able to slowly transform my life into more of a sacred love, sacred path, because my kingdom's within me. All of that power that I've been giving away to people is inside of me. The hardest part is not giving it away. And how do you not give it away? It's in a lot of different ways. It is choosing to quiet your mind and not allow your intrusive thoughts, your ego, your unconscious part of you, the autopilot subconscious part, to run the show. That is the hardest, and I'm still battling that. But I'm choosing to journal, to quiet my brain. Every single time something pops up that says, you're not good enough, oh, think about what that person's gonna think. Look at what you're wearing, or there could be something simple as you want to surprise someone with something, and you have this grand plan that your mind has created, and it sounds wonderful. But when that moment comes, or it comes early, what happens? I get disappointed. I get frustrated. I react. I choose to not embrace the moment because that mental chatter that I had created a whole entire mess in, I created a narrative. That's what it is. I created a narrative. And I choose to tell myself, I do not create narratives. I create love. I create my present moment, because the present moment is a gift. You're a gift. I'm a gift. Our breath is sacred to us. That is our living prana force that's within us. That is our gift from our individual, like our universe that's within us. It is our heart portal is also a gift. The more we live through our heart and less through our mind, mind separates, heart connects. Because at the end of the day, we're all one. We are here to survive. This is what we've been doing. We've been in survival mode for decades, millennia, centuries, I would say, probably millennia, I don't know. But definitely centuries, we have been trying to do the best that we can with what we know. The problem is it has just been piling on and individually been getting passed down in generations through our ancestors, through our previous lives that we have been through. It's an energy that is inside of us, that's ingrained, that's conditioned as well from what we have been raised for decades. And it's not, I see a lot of people on Facebook and talk about, oh, I gave up, or it's too hard. Well, yes, it is hard. you are changing yourself. You're changing decades worth of crap that's been in here. And it's a mental game, but it's also a mind, body, and spirit. And it starts with the spirit. It starts with your heart, because that's where transformation happens. Then you take baby steps here and a little baby step here, and you dance with yourself forward, and then you're gonna dance back 10 steps. Especially at the beginning, you may go back 100 steps, and that's okay. That is the beautiful part of living here on earth. It is the enjoyment of life. How do you make your own heaven on earth now? And I do truly believe, and I'm working on it, and it has transformed my life. It's by reducing my intrusive thoughts. It's choosing to not allow them to make those narratives, to tell me that I'm not good enough, to tell me that someone's going to judge me, or to even judge someone else because they're different. If I'm judging someone, that's because I'm coming out of my own insecurity. And what is inside of me that is hurting, that I need to hurt another collective human being who is here on earth. I'm spewing negative energy towards them. I'm creating a negative cord. And that is also connecting to me, and then I'm going to feel worse. So it is choosing to live through your heart and not allowing your mind to come after you. You know, it takes time. It takes practice. It takes choosing to do mirror work. Oh, I love mirror work. It's choosing to look at life different. It's choosing to see that the pain that you're in, you're reflecting to someone else, and they reflect their pain back to you, and then you do the same thing to them, and they do that back to them, and then you guys create traumas, and then you guys are in an absolute shithole, and you hate each other. And then it keeps you from living your best life, because that little nagging voice back here, that little voice that says that you're not good enough. Remember the one time that person did, and then you... Logically, when you break it down to baby steps, when you break it down into, like, for me, that's what's helped me, is to journal. And those realizations, those aha moments came through because I processed it. And I'm like, okay, why am I doing this? And then why is this doing? And I surrendered to listen to myself. I had chosen to allow my heart to open, which caused my brain to open a little bit, which changes my frequency, which allows more love to come in. And I will keep saying in pretty much every single video, maybe, I don't know. But to me, in the process that I'm at right now, everything is integration. It is multi-level baby steps. It is an embodiment of who you are and who you're not and who you will be, but not allowing those intrusive thoughts to tell you that, oh, if you're different, you're a loser. If you want to do something different, oh, thinking about what other people will think. You want to do a diet change and you want to be healthy? Great, do it. I have kept myself from being healthy for so long because I just wanted to be just like everyone else. I cared too much what everyone else ate around me. And if I wanted to eat a salad, I knew someone would say, oh, why are you eating a salad? Are you like vegan or vegetarian? I just want to eat a damn salad. Like, does it matter that we're a burger joint? My body's telling me right now it wants something different. And if my body is cringing, I'm going to listen to my body. I'm not going to allow them to make me feel guilty, the shame to be different. We're so involved with wanting to be loved. And that's why I call this channel the sacred path of love. It's because at the end of the day, we all just want to be loved. We search for love. We chase love. We chase happiness. We chase things, we chase all the external things that make us happy and not have to quiet our brain, not have to choose to look at ourselves. And that's the hardest part, is choosing to look at it differently, because then you're literally, I'm literally gonna, the way that I have perceived it and has made me realize what this mental process ends up being is your old self, aka your ego, your conditioning, all of the parts that make you you in the current present moment. Because remember, present moment is a gift from you and from the universe, from the God frequency. That is where you're at, probably now, where we're all at. This is for me, I'm still there because I am battling it. And that's why I've chosen to make these videos, is because I have made strides, but it's been taking me. It's been months. And that's okay, because I need to learn. I'm learning. My old self is learning. My old self is transitioning. My old self is scared, because all of this planning that it used to do, all of this control, all of this bending for others, shame, feelings, I am consciously choosing to say, no, we're not gonna do this right now. I'm choosing this side. Well, you're not really choosing a side, you're embodying it. I don't like labels. You're embodying it, but you literally have, it's like that good angel, bad angel, living in hell versus heaven. That's all mental. I feel that we have mislabeled heaven and hell, what it truly means. To me, I'm learning more about it, but I believe that heaven and hell are not places on earth to be afraid of, or the after death. The heaven on earth is being now. It is embodying your heaven inside of you, which is your heart portal. That's why they say to get to heaven, you have to go through depths of hell. That's this. This is, to me, this is what we're living in. We're living in hell, because our reflection of what we're feeling in here trickles down into here, right? Into our heart. And then it trickles down. And it's scientifically proven that our thoughts are connected to our body and how we feel. It's not something we choose to ignore it. And again, multi-level thing. When you start fixing one, something else wants to align with that. When you fix your heart and open your heart, you start thinking different, and you're choosing to rewire your brain, and then your body has nothing else to do but to follow. You will still have anxiety. You will still have probably shakes. And don't get me wrong, making the videos sometimes, especially, in the beginning, has been, I was literally shaking, but I was practicing and I was doing. And then I finally because my heart has been pulling for this. My soul has been telling me, get yourself out there, girl. Just do this. Do not be afraid. You can help so many people. You may think differently. You may have a different approach, but just do it. And here we are. But I had to train. I had to listen to my heart, trust my heart, my intuition. I had to then train my brain. I had how many dark nights of the souls I've had in this process, I don't know. But you know what helped me? Is choosing and doing something different, because I knew that it's not overnight. I understand that this is a process. This is something that is a moment by moment thing. You are rewiring decades worth of crap. You're rewiring decades worth of trauma. You're rewiring lifetimes worth of trauma or things. Earth is going through a rebalance right now. There's a whole entire energetic shift that's hard to explain. I do believe the Bible calls it the revelation, and I believe it is happening right now. It's not a person coming up from the heavens, you know, from Earth, or I guess from the cosmos, sky. I believe it's a frequency. It is a rebalancing frequency. It is an energetic shift from the dark ages of crap to back to the heart portal, back to love, to, I don't know if any of you have heard of Mary Magdalene. She is very controversial, especially with the Vatican. Well, the elites, you know, because the more I've read into it, the more I have connected with the energies and everything, the more I'm realizing that it's an energy field, and it's the universe within as the universe without, which is the outside world. We're all energies. Everything has a field. Quantum physics shows it. There's the observer effect. Atoms, all of that, like, how? It comes down to vibrations and the field and energy. And I'm choosing to learn how to use this invisible energy to change my life. Because back in January of 2024, I just got tired of being tired. And I needed an energy shift and a mental shift to get me to where I am. And that's what I've had to do. Every single time I put out new intentions. And when I say, oh, I would like to release my fears, or the negative, I would like to cut my negative cords with so-and-so. I would like to put out the intention that I'm going to be a badass, whatever it might be. Do you know what's going to happen? And this has happened to me every single time, pretty much. My universe that's within me, that's reflected out through my energy field and creates my reality, it says, okay, you want to do this? Here is an example for you. Let's see how much fear you want to cut off. Oh, you want to cut cords with this guy or this person, whatever it is? Okay, well, let me throw this, you know, what's that called? Roadblock in. See if you could actually get over it as much as you're trying to. And in that moment, you have to choose what version you're going to go. The old version, and react and be passive or hide or just go fearful, anxious, whatever it might be. Or do you choose to walk into your pillar of truth, into your embodiment of what God energy that you have, your powerfulness inside of you? Remember, the temple kingdom is within you. That's in the Bible. That's the thing. It's in the Bible. It's all an energy field at this point. Some of the other stuff, I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me. But I do see a lot of similarities, Bible to vibrations. And it's so interconnected. But the reason I came here today is to make this. Have got this cute little book. I want to say I got it in Missouri. I went to a ladies' retreat, Journey of the Soul, and they had some cute little New Haven, Missouri, and they had cute little shops around there, boutiques. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to write in this journal. But then when I was journaling and I was reading, it came to me. And there's little sayings I saw, and I want to decipher it and share the meaning of it. My temple is within me. It cannot be destroyed. That is a quote that I had read from my oversoul reading. Like, who am I? Like, what is the back end? It took me a little while to get it. I wasn't listening to my intuition because I was scared. I was half in it, I guess. I'm like, oh, really? I don't believe in it, you know. But at the same time, I knew something had to change, so I decided to do it. And one of the quotes that my soul has told me is, my temple is within me. It cannot be destroyed. So what does that mean? In order for my temple, myself, my authentic self to flourish, to sparkle, to rise, to embody the love frequency that's within us, to not have any fear, to reduce that anxiety, I need to not give away my precious currency. And what is that? It's energy. In this physical reality, which is an illusion, currency and what we're made to believe is money. Mula, mula, mula. We all love money, right? We have to have it to survive. But the reality of things is where we live, it's an energetic field. And because of that, your energy is your currency. Your energy is what keeps your heart portal going. It keeps your body going. It keeps your mind going. It is what keeps you balanced. Right in between, again, between the old self and the new self. I just stand between, and I look at it as ancient scales. So when you have one, if you're putting in fear, low vibrations, negativity, this will come down and then this will go up. Or if you do too much of this, then this kind of comes up and you kill your ego. I don't believe in killing your ego. I believe in integrating it. That's why ancient scales and balancing. You have to choose. Who do you want to be? But you're also balancing your ego, your masculine side, with your divine feminine side that is inside of you, that heart portal, that energy shift of love. That's your higher self. That is the self that wants to live in peace. That is the self that is authentically you. And when you allow people to put in their shame, to guilt trip you, it ends up going like this. And then you get farther and farther away, or at a certain point, this is so heavy and you don't even know what to do. You're depressed. You hate life. You're not progressing at your job. You're overweight. You are not eating healthy. You are choosing to fight with every single person. You're not consciously doing it because you don't know any better. Because this is how we've been conditioned. We've been conditioned to put all of our eggs in this side and forget about who we really are. And then ends up being like this. So when you're balancing the scales, let me go back a little. When you're trying to balance them, they're gonna do this. And some days you're gonna be floating and your spiritual ego will come in. That is the part where you take on spirituality and you start telling everyone else, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Why are you not doing that? You're not gonna be. That's your ego. You have allowed your ego to have a voice in whether or not to separate you from everyone else. In reality, we're not separate. We're one. We're one energy field. So when we're able to enjoy life and be able to balance and not give away our currency, we feel joy. We feel lighter. We have these mystical, magical experiences, because we're choosing to use the power of our brain as the tool to create, to manifest, to be the best version. And I don't like labels, but it is a better version of who you are currently. But it's a different version. It is your true, authentic self. And the more you give away your energy to other people, the more you're taking that energy away from you. And that ancient scale is going to tip. And then you're going to be where I was. I was 37 years old. I was drinking my life away. I was hiding alcohol. I was angry at the world. And everything just, the more I tried and I went with it, I'm like, I have to do this. I need to do this. I'm going to power through. I was wasting my energy. I was wasting my currency. I was wasting my life away. I was wasting this precious gift because I was stuck living in the past. I was not living my future because I was too afraid of the present moment. So I just latched on to negative thoughts. I latched on judging people. I latched on to eating unhealthy. I latched on to having people, trying to get other people's love. I latched on to all the things except me. And that's why it was so hard, was because I have to look at my reflection and I have to look at myself and say, girl, what have you done? Girl, and that's what mine was. Mine was in 23. I was just getting to that tipping point of, I need to do something different. I don't know. I can't. That was my word of 2023 and probably most of my life. I can't. Oh, I shouldn't. I did things for people out of guilt so that they can love me and tell me, oh, you're such a good girl. Yay, thank you for helping me. Oh, you're such a lifesaver. It made me feel good. But at the end of the day, I felt sick inside. My stomach was hurting and I didn't know why. Why am I getting this anxiety feeling? I'm helping somebody. That was my soul telling me, this is not, no, this is, you don't have the energy. You have no more capacity. You are drained. And that was a hard realization. It's super hard to say no. It's super hard to change who you are because now the people's reflection of you through their lens, through their rose-colored glasses, their perception, they're seeing you in a different light. They're now judging you because exactly what you did to others, they're doing onto you, but they don't know that you're doing it because you did the same. You didn't know. And then you became aware. And then you became like, oh, this is different. Oh, okay. This is how we're all doing it. Oh, okay. And that's energy. It's all interconnected. And when you choose even one slight change towards your soul, it's going to automatically vibrationally change everything within you, outside of you. It's going to try to change some, rewiring. Like, okay, we can do this. Yes, we're a new us. But you also have to allow your body to come into it because for me, especially, my mind and my heart, my soul especially, like, okay, we got this. We got the videos. But my body said, we're shaking. No, we can't. We cannot do it. And that's normal. That is the path of love. That is the choosing and doing and just being and embodying who you are. Let me finish reading this. Do not give away my precious currency, aka my energy, your energy. The moment I allow someone's projection to affect me, I lose a part of myself. Let me read that again. The moment I allow someone's projection to affect me, I lose a part of me. They're projecting. So there's a really cool saying, as above, so below, as without, so within, as the universe, so the soul. Pretty sure I said that right. I may have one of those backwards. That what we're feeling inside, mentally and physically, like in here, will project out. And I've mentioned this earlier. It will project out. So if I'm projecting my traumas onto you, they're going to do the same thing back to you. Because again, it's a vibrational exchange. You have the power. I have the power to say, oh, they're acting out. That cashier is probably having a really long day. That's when you have to start using your logical side. You're not making excuses for the other people, but you're choosing to be LPGC. You're choosing to give them love because that's all we want. Energetically, you're giving them love by not reacting. You're giving them patience because you're patient towards yourself, and you know that we're all just trying to survive in this hellhole of a chaotic, dark age world right now. Grace, because grace is just grace. It is a divine energy, a field of putting everything together. You are not harsh, you're graceful. It's a reaction. It is choosing to act out of love and grace and not out of frustration and I'm gonna get them back, stab, stab, stab. Without realizing that the reason that you want to stab is because your ego and your heart is hurt because you don't realize that they're doing it to project, but they're not doing it on purpose. So yes, there are some people that will do things on purpose, and that's because it's their ego. They have ingrained themselves and have been so conditioned to allow their ego to run the show. Like you'll say, oh, that person switched. Yeah, that's their ego. That is them giving them 100% control of their body, their mind, and their spirit. And at the end of the day, they're not happy. They think that they're happy. And then they blame everyone else for, oh, they made me be angry. That's their fault. Nah, I'm gonna call bullshit on them. Sorry. Because at the end of the day, you're in charge. I'm in charge. And they're in charge. But they don't know what they're doing, so I'm just gonna let them be and give them some compassion. Because I know, logically, at the end of the day, it's not their fault. It is, but it isn't. I can't tell them to be better. They're not gonna understand. The only time they're gonna understand is when it's their time to understand. So, their version of me, so they're looking at me from their lens. Their version of me and their traumas and their hurts and their all the times that someone did them dirty, they just remember. And even having that little bit, even a percentage of something that hurt them, that their ego will clip onto that. You might be the friendliest person in the world, but they're gonna click on how you look, maybe what you're wearing, because their soul wants the same thing, but because they feel so yucky inside, they project it. So, right here, their ego-driven self, they're in their ego-driven self in survival mode, aka fight or flight mode. Why would I make their problem my problem? Because when I choose to take on their energy and their anger and their frustration and all of that yuck, their projection onto me, that's not even has anything to do with me, you are creating that as your problem. It was their problem, not anymore. It's my problem, or it's a you problem. And now it's a both problem, and now you have this energetic connection of a cord to that scenario. And then now when even a fraction of that, or even maybe a saying that pops up, they're gonna flip your switch, or you're gonna flip. That's conditioning, and that's what we're untraining. We're rewiring. It's a process. I've been doing this for a hot minute, I feel like. And it's a daily challenge. And some days, if I had a rough day, some days I just shut down and I'm back to my old self for days. And that's okay. It's when you remember, okay. Let's get back to okay. Let's get back. It's okay. Bring out the journal, whatever works. But choose to do something different. Choose to put yourself first. Choose to put your heart first. Choose to find your temple within you. What can I do to change that? So stand tall in who you are. Yeah, what can you do to change that? You stand tall in who you are. Universe reflects what's inside, aka their yak or your heaven. That's why I say heaven on earth and heaven in your heart. Hell on earth, hell in your head, in your body. It's so energetically interconnected. You can't separate it. And I think that's where many of us have lost ourselves, lost ourselves, our compassion towards ourselves, the love towards the world, the beauty and the simplicity of things. Because we're just surviving in a dog-eat world, trying to stab each other. We're comparing each other. We're forgetting that love is what makes the world go round. Yeah, you're probably thinking, oh, that's stupid. And that's okay. That is a vibration, because I choose to change my mindset and how my lifestyle is, to live through my heart, to live with my motto, LPGC, love, patience, grace, and compassion. It changes the vibrational frequency. And the more I've done it, the more I've played with it, the more I have chosen to embrace it. I want to say I'm 50%, but I feel like I'm not giving myself enough credit, so maybe a little bit more. But I'm embracing it, I'm choosing it, because I know that all of those little baby changes, even if it lasted for 1 hour, even if it lasted for 30 minutes, I know I had that feeling of change, and I had that effect on myself, and I saw how things were different. And then it automatically has a drive for you to better yourself. There's a drive that comes out to be different and to want something different for yourself. But yeah, like I said, multi-level thing. It is not just, it's so simple, yet it's so hard. Because you're, like I said, you are decoding, unwiring lifetimes, decades worth of crap and yuck that you have just projected out. And now, scary part is to take that forgiveness towards yourself. Forgive yourself for all the things you've done. To forgive the other people for hurting you. To forgive that crap that happened. Everything that happens and is going to sound harsh is a learning lesson for us. Whether it's standing up for ourselves, saying no, or being resilient in something bad that happened, and choosing to no longer take that event and hurt you, because you came out of it on the other side. You chose love. And all of the things that happen, and I'm so sorry to blow your bubble, your soul chose the parents. They chose the lifestyle because it said, I'm gonna win. I trust the person that I chose. I trust the human that I'm going to embody. I trust her mind to be able to get me to where I need. But using the heart, it's a balance. You can't live through your heart all the time because then the logical goes away and then we're giving out too much love that we don't have. But if we live through our mind and our ego, then we just force, and we're angry and we're frustrated. So it's like a balance of where you have to quiet your intrusive thoughts, but still be able to use your logical side, your masculine side. Go through your heart. And that was the hardest thing for me to understand, to process, to tell myself, gosh, really? I chose this shit? What? Why anyone would want to choose this? Why? Mine wants an explanation. At the end of the day, the explanation is how I chose to get myself out. And it is a gift that every single one of us has. And a gift that we all have the potential to tap into. And that is the sacred path of love. That is doing something different. It is choosing to no longer be part of the dog-eat dog world. No longer to pay attention to the negativity on the news. And to realize that everything that's happening is purging. It is a balance, and every single soul that's here on earth is here to experience life. And if that's the case, you have to go through some hell. But again, you're not paying attention to them and what's happening. If you feel bad, send them love, give them a prayer. Whenever I see an ambulance, I have made it into a ritual, or a police car, to bless the drivers, to bless the person that is in there. If I see a car that's not moving out to the side, I bless them because they're probably living whatever trauma is going on in that little nagging voice that's in there, and they're having a bad day. I send them love too. I could be mad at them. I could be frustrated at them. I could flip them off. I could yell obscenities at them, right? But what does that do for me? I'm draining my energy. I am draining who I am. Is it worth it for me at the end of the day? No. Because everything that goes around comes around. And your words are magical. Your intention is magical because it comes from here. And if your intention from your heart's coming out anger into yuck, oh yeah, the world's going to reflect that. All of your experiences are going to reflect that. And that's where that mind mess comes into play. Because you're like, oh gosh, I don't know what to do. And here we are. We don't know what to do. I'm learning what works for me. And I choose to trust that my message will get out to the right people. Because I know that living the sacred path of love and choosing to think, do, and be different is scary and the unknown. But it has transformed my life to the point of, here I am doing this. I am not drinking. My body said, once I started on the transformation, it told me, no, you can't drink anymore. But I kept making myself sick because I didn't know I had to stop drinking. I was just, doing it. Until I got to the point where I had to go on a elimination diet of cutting out all the foods to figure out what it is. And, things happen for your greatest good. And it's so hard to understand that. It's so hard to process. It's so hard to not have the explanations, to have reasons, because our logical mind wants answers. It wants logic. It wants all of the things that we, in this mystical, energetic field, we can't. The only thing that we can is to choose to be different. Choose to live from your heart, to choose to allow, you know, my temple is within me. It cannot be destroyed. To take that message, to embody that, to not allow other people's projections to hurt you. And that's the biggest thing. And I'm learning that, but I am making this video and I'm choosing to do this, as scary as it is to put myself out there. It's the scariest thing, because I know how mean people can be on the internet. And I'm okay with that, because I know that they're projecting their own hurt. And I've done that. And I understand that with my logical mind. So if I know this, how am I going to stop it? With my heart. So I'll try to figure out long videos, short videos. I would, love some feedback. Yeah, I'm learning. I am choosing to try something different. And I am putting the intention of love into these videos. The intention of being different. I'm a unicorn. You're a unicorn. Your neighbor's a unicorn. Cashier is a unicorn. We just don't know that because we haven't ever allowed ourselves to sparkle. So, with that said, I will just let it be. Anyways, thank you again for being here. I appreciate you. Feedback would be great. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to respond and to embody a helping hand for others, to be the video that may transform you, because I've had some of those videos where I came out of it and going, oh, okay. Or I came out saying, okay, well, that sounds crazy. But maybe that's what that is. I mean, maybe the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result, or expecting a different result. I was doing the same things, and it took me choosing to think different and to open my heart to that maybe there's something else outside of this to get me to where I'm at. And that's making yourself vulnerable and allowing yourself to feel and to know that those feelings are not you. They are you, but they're not. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for being here again. I talk a lot, don't I? I guess it's not. I should tell myself it's not that I talk a lot. I'm just passionate about myself and my message. I'm passionate about the divine way of living, the sacred path of love. So yeah. Anyways, y'all have a blessed one. Sending so much love, light, and many blessings to everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I honor you for being here. Watch the whole video. You watched 5 seconds. Either way, I know that my vibrations and my intentions of love from my heart through my words are making a difference. So thank you so much. Bye, y'all.